Kris.
And I'm Wyatt Elliott from Notebook Entertainment.
And you're watching Horrorland News. Coming up this week on Notebook TV, we will be having our Scream 6 review come out Wednesday. So look for that. Make sure you ring the bell so you're prepared.
She's got some things to say.
Yeah. Okay. You all know I did not like Scream 5. I did like Scream 6 better than Scream 5, but it's still got...
It's going in the right direction.
It's going in the right direction.
Yeah.
So we'll get more into it in the actual review. All right, so let's get right into this with TV Roundup.
No TV and no beer make Homer something.
All right, so we're going to talk about Wednesday a little bit, obviously from Netflix. Jenna Ortega has been making the rounds and saying some things about how she did not care for the writing and blah, 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 and she wrote some of her own stuff, and all it was giving me was Joey from Friends vibes, where he was like, Dr. Drake, I write all my lines, and then the writers kill him off.
Drake, look out! Did they just kill off Joey?
No. No, maybe. Yeah.
Obviously, you can't kill Wednesday off of her own show. I think she's right, because she said...
I think we want to up kind of the horror aspect a little bit, and then get Wednesday out of the romantic situation and just let her be her own individual and fight her own crime.
Yeah.
And things like that. Good.
Season 2 is still a go. She's still into it. It's just that she's been making some comments that some of the writers have not been taken very well. So.
Well, remember, she's only 20 years old. She's totally Generation Z or whatever.
Yeah, they're very direct.
Those people those kids, man, they don't hold back. If they got something to say, they're going to say it. And good for them. Yeah. I'm not complaining about it all. I think it's, a step in the right direction. Right. Because... when there's a problem and you're the star, you have an obligation, I think, to step up and say it.
Same with Brie Larson, because Jenna Ortega's starting to get a little bit of the Brie Larson reputation where she's difficult to work with, when really it was Brie Larson was trying to look out for the character of Captain Marvel and all that. And I think that's what Jenna Ortega here is doing, is trying to look more out for Wednesday than the show, Yeah,
I think so, too.
All right, so let's move on to a fun new project from Amazon. It's called Helltown. It is in development, based on a book of the same name by Casey Sherman. This will be an 8-episode limited series. Showrunner Mohammed El-Masri, who did Severance, so it'll be good.
Oh, no shit.
This should be good then.
Okay.
And produced by Team Downey, which is Robert Downey Jr. and his wife Susan's company.
Cool.
So they're producing it. And then Oscar Isaac is attached to star and executive produce.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So here's what it is. Helltown centers on Kurt Vonnegut, played by Oscar Isaac, before he was a renowned author and cultural lightning rod. In 1969, Kurt was a struggling novelist and car salesman living life with his wife and 5 children on Cape Cod. When 2 women disappear and are later discovered murdered underneath the sand dunes on the outskirts of Provincetown, Kurt becomes obsessed and embroiled in the chilling hunt for a serial killer and forms a dangerous bond with a prime suspect.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, like I said, it's in development. They're still getting it all together. So, we'll keep you updated when more info is. But right now, this is what we know.
Sounds interesting to me.
Yeah. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I like Oscar Isaac.
It's got good people in front and behind the camera.
Right.
So.
Mm-hmm. And I think Oscar Isaac is executive producing with his company as well. I can't remember the name of his company.
Yeah. But we'll see if the people from Severance can double down now. Or if
they could get Adam Scott in this, that'd be awesome. Get the whole cast over.
No, well.
Just cast them all. I don't care. And then put Oscar Isaacs on Severance. All right, so normally we would go into Trailer Park.
In a world.
But other than Cocaine Shark, which you guys, that was not a good trailer. I don't even want to show it to you. There wasn't much going on in trailers. There's a few little indies here and there and whatnot, but not much going on. So we'll go ahead and skip that and go straight to news. So, Scream news, because that's what's been dominating the weekend. Scream 6 box office was $44.5 million in the U.S.
It was a high for the franchise,
yeah,
wasn't
it beat the previous franchise record holder, which was Scream 3. I love that Scream 3 was the previous record holder.
I didn't know that. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, they beat them by 10 mil, so they were right around 35 mil.
Well, 3 maybe makes sense. 3 was supposed to be the original end of the trilogy.
Originally, it was, I want to see how it ended.
Yeah, I can see
that. But it's the most campy. It's somehow the most campy, and if you really pay attention, the most, like, devastating.
I was going to say, it's dark, really.
Dark. Yeah. It's so good. But
it is a little more camp, though.
It is.
It is a little more.
It's because of Parker Posey, and then Courtney Cox is kind of camping it up with her performance too. So it's awesome.
I still see memes to this day about her bangs.
Yeah, those bangs were horrible. Look, every girl has had a moment where we're like, you know what? Cut it all, and then we regret it. Yeah. So it's relatable. Yeah. So it's made $67.1 million worldwide. So that's opening weekend. And before it even came out, Scream 7 was greenlit. Yeah. So we, in our review, we're going to talk about what we would like to see in Scream 7. So make sure you tune into that on Wednesday. So yeah, all weekend Scream 7 was trending on social medias because people were fan casting who they wanted. They're like, Zendaya, get in there. All these people that they would like to see in the new movie. But I'm like, did they kill enough people to add a bunch of new characters? I don't think they did. Again, check out our review.
Yeah, that's going to be all. I have things to say, but I'm going to save it for the review.
Right, check out our review.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on from Scream news, Jason Blum must really like video games, you guys. So we said last episode...
That's not wrong.
I mean... So we said last episode that he has started a Blumhouse section for video game development. We know that he's already making Five Nights at Freddy's. Now he has teamed up with James Wan's Atomic Monster and Behavior Interactive to make a Dead by Daylight movie. Dead by Daylight came out in 2016, and for those who don't know, it puts characters against slasher maniacs, both original and legendary, within the horror world. So here's James Wan in Variety. He is quoted as saying, "In Dead by Daylight, the Behavior team has created a love letter to the world of horror, building an incredible environment teeming with atmosphere and terrifying villains. Perfect for a scary cinematic adaptation. We're big fans of the game at Atomic Monster and are thrilled to be teaming up with Blumhouse to bring this frighteningly visceral world to the big screen." So it'll look cool, whatever else, it'll look cool.
Yeah. No, I think it'll look cool, and I think it could be very cool, so.
All right, so let's move on. Jamie Lee Curtis has written a horror graphic novel.
Oh.
Yeah. Mother Nature is what it's called. It's and they're going to be turning it into a movie. It'll be produced by Blumhouse and will be directed by Jamie Lee Curtis herself, which is her first feature film directing debut.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, Blumhouse kind of owes her for the franchise.
So the book, the graphic novel, was written, and maybe the script too, if it's based off of her graphic novel, but written by her and filmmaker Russell Goldman and illustrated by Carl Stevens. It'll be in comic shops July, and it'll cost $29.99. So here's what it's about. Nova Terrell, who has seen her father die on one of Cobalt Corporation's experimental oil extraction projects, has come to hate the company that the town of Ketch Creek, New Mexico relies on for its jobs and prosperity. Terrell starts to wage a campaign of sabotage and vandalism against the oil giant until she makes a terrifying discovery about the truth behind the Mother Nature Project and the vengeful entity it has awakened.
Interesting.
Yeah, so Jamie Lee Curtis is quoted as saying, "I first thought of this story when I was 19 years old. I've always been aware of the unbalanced relationship between humans and nature, and I always knew that inevitably nature would win."
Well, yeah, inevitably that is true.
None of us can beat death yet, so, I mean...
Yeah, I've always said if Mother Nature wants us off this planet, we're done. It's that easy. Yeah, it sounds interesting, obviously. I mean, I think I might want to check out this book when it comes out.
Yeah, July.
Cool.
So let's move on. So I don't remember what episode it was, but a couple episodes ago, we talked about how there was a reboot for I Know What You Did Last Summer in the works, and that Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. were in talks to return. Yeah, no, filmmakers lied to us, you guys.
Oh, no. No.
Yeah, so Freddie Prinze Jr., someone found him and was like, hey, let's talk about this. And so he gave a statement, and here is exactly what he said.
I'll be honest with you, that they released, this was original films that leaked that, and they were just trying to get people hyped about their movie. I have been offered nothing. They just said that to get people excited. I haven't spoken to anybody at their company. My agents have not received an offer from them whatsoever. I had a conversation with the director a few days after they announced that, just to be like, yo, what the hell? Like, why are they saying I'm going to be in a movie that I'm probably not going to be in? And she was like, well, let me pitch you the idea. So she's spoken to me about the idea, but I haven't said yes. And like I said, I haven't received an offer. I got no reason to lie to anyone. I have no skin in the game. I'm only going to do things that I like and work with people that I like. And there's not going to be any wiggle room this time around. I messed up this time around. So this time I just want to do stuff that I'm passionate about.
So it sounds like he doesn't even want to do a sequel, you guys. It sounds like it didn't matter what they would offer him. He doesn't want to do it.
Well, no, what I got from it was it sounds like he's in a position in life now where he only works when he wants to.
Well, yeah, he's big director and producer and stuff now.
And it doesn't sound like he liked the original ones.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, the way that he's like, I just want to do stuff I'm passionate about.
No, he's not
makes me think he doesn't want to do this.
No, he's not passionate about this at all.
So filmmakers lied just to get the excitement up and probably put pressure on them to try and return.
It was a tactic.
Which is only going to piss off fans and the stars.
Yeah.
Don't lie to fans and stars.
And that's not a good look to have somebody call you about a movie. And then you go, oh, wait, let me pitch this to you while I got you on the phone. That's...
Which may have been her plan, because maybe she couldn't get a hold of him or his representation, because I don't know.
But it doesn't sound like it was executed well.
Nope.
And it better be one amazing script then, if you're going to... Because that's what I hear. I hear him like, well, blow me away, or
exactly.
Why should I bother?
Give me a reason to be in this movie.
Because, let's face it, there's no reason to make another one of these, as far as in that continuity. Reboot was a different story. Because the TV series was good.
Yes.
So you could reboot it.
The TV series was great.
To bring back these characters,
like we said, was it going to be Ben's grandson?
Yeah, there's no story there. You're going to have to totally create something out of nothing. Or retcon a lot of shit.
Right. And we don't need it.
Exactly.
I am excited by the thought of it, but the more I think about it, and after this coming out, I think we got our reboot with the TV series, and it was great. It's just a shame nobody's watched it.
No, I agree with you with that. I think I said this when we brought it up last time. I have a soft spot for these movies. I don't know why. They came out at a time when horror was revigorated, and I was seeing them in theaters and stuff. So I do have a soft spot for these movies, but I was excited, but after hearing this, and it also kind of opened my eyes to do we really need this?
No,
let's face it, look at Scream. Some of these just don't translate anymore, guys. Maybe Scream doesn't. I think there's still enough.
It may have been a product of its time because the updating isn't happening as well as I think that it could have been. Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see in our review on Wednesday. Check it out.
Yeah, well, I was talking about Scream and this. They're both kind of maybe products of their time.
Yeah. Oh, this definitely.
That's what I'm saying. Is maybe it's
because it's not. I think we talked about this in the review for the TV show. I Know What You Did Last Summer was originally based off a book,
right,
by Lois Duncan,
right,
and I read that book a long time ago when I was a kid, and it has nothing to do with what actually happens in the movie. So
So either remake the book and call it a
no, that book can't. It's not a good book.
All right, well, never mind.
It's good for when you're a preteen wanting to read horror.
Okay.
It's good, but when you read it as an adult, you're like, this does not hold up.
Okay.
This does not hold up.
All right. Well, maybe it should just. Not all franchises have to come back.
No, they don't. Come up with something new.
And technically, is 2 movies really a franchise? Because we don't count the third one.
No, third one doesn't exist. All right, so let's move on to more fun things in our indie film spotlight.
My advice to young filmmakers, make a movie every week. Make films, no matter what anybody says, and you'll be a filmmaker.
We got a really fun one this week. It's a horror comedy, dark comedy. It's called Rubes.
Yeah, this is really funny.
It's only 6 minutes and 33 seconds, but I would watch an entire movie of these guys. I would.
I kind of wanted. This is one of those cases where you're like, oh, it's over. I want more. Yeah, no, this.
It's on the Red Tower YouTube channel, which go check them out. They've got they're a production company. They've got a bunch of little shorts on there to go check out. So it's a lot of fun. This is written, directed, and edited by Nathan Allen Bunker, starring Ben Bagley as Paul, Brendan Jennings as Milton, Jerry Marr as Professor Henson, and Eileen Prince as Margaret.
Right.
Which, once you watch it, you'll know why I said Margaret. And the Rube Goldberg machine they used was built by Stephen V. Johnson. I just want to say that because there was a very complicated Rube Goldberg machine.
Right, I was impressed with that.
Which is why it's called Rube.
I was very impressed with the cinematography on that, too.
Yeah, oh God, this movie. I started watching, I was like, what the is this? And then once it got into the characters, I was like, oh, this is amazing.
It is amazing. These actors were so good in this part. I literally was like, do I know these guys from something else? Because they look like they were like actual like comedic actors and stuff.
They're good.
They had good bounce off of each other. They were just, timing was good, so the directing was really good. It's
very tight,
And the ending is super dark comedy.
I laughed so hard.
I know.
I laughed so hard.
I did too.
It's really dark, but I laughed so hard.
I love it.
So Rubes is the story of two disgruntled teachers who use a Rube Goldberg machine to exact revenge on the people who have wronged them.
Yeah, I don't think you should say any more than that of what it's about.
No, but I will say, so one of the people he has problems with is someone who like ate his sandwich, ate half of it, and threw the other half in the garbage. And I again immediately went to Friends with Ross and his.
You ate my sandwich? My sandwich! My sandwich!
You know, you expect, these are people who fired him, these are people who did it, but they're just petty little things.
This bitch just ate their sandwich.
But still, sometimes it's those little things that just really piss you off. You know? No, it's awesome.
As we saw with Ross in Friends, like he got suspended, didn't he? Because he blew up. But Rubes, I go watch it and then leave comments that the people who made it should make a full version because I want to see a full version.
Or at least a continuing series or something.
Where they get more people. Because they only killed 2 people.
Yeah, it's super short, so it's hard to even talk about without spoiling anything. So just trust us, check it out.
Please watch it.
It is funny.
It's my new favorite short.
If you have a dark sense of humor, like a twisted sense of humor like us, you'll be laughing at the end of it. If you don't, you'll be like, what is wrong with these people?
I ask myself that every day about myself.
But when you do a show about horror, so check it out. Yep. I'm afraid to say too much more.
Yeah, we don't want to say too much.
I really want to talk about the end, but I don't.
But we want you to watch it, so we don't want to spoil it. It's so good.
Yeah, so do check that out. And I guess that's our show. So please check out the rest of our videos on here. You can check out our videos down below. You can subscribe. You can hit the bell to get notified when our Scream review comes out.
Wednesday.
Really soon.
Wednesday.
And I think I've said enough now, so I think I'm going to go shut up.
And I'm going to go talk over here.
Okay.
Because of the lab explosion? Missing test animals?
We had an accident at the lab, an explosion. The remaining specimens were either destroyed in the explosion or escaped.
Is it following us?
I think I saw something in the water. I think it was a shark.